Hold up.
I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Today I want to talk about something that we talk about constantly, but I will keep on talking about it until it becomes part of our lifestyle, because at the end of the day there is a bitter, ugly truth and there is a lie that plagues all of us, and we don't want to face it. We don't want to face the cause of most of our suffering when it comes to health problems. We don't want to face the cause of most of the root causes of our diseases. Heart attacks happen, cancers happen, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and while we get emotional and we watch the suffering of other people, what is the change that we bring at a preventive level in our own life? Everyone knows it, not many people do it, because we take human life for granted, because we take our health for granted, and we mourn and we grieve away the people who pass away with lifestyle diseases which could have been prevented or could have been made better. But we never learned to change that. We don't learn from nature. We've started depending so heavily on complication, on technology, on science, which we should, but we should never ever forget there's something called nature. There is something called nature. We are products of nature. We have an intelligence within us, which we don't harness to use in our recovery process, which we don't harness to use in our preventive process when it comes to disease and lifestyle. What I'm talking about today, because everyone's chasing, how do we anti-age? How do we look more beautiful? How do I wake up with no dark circles? How do I wake up with no puffiness? I want to glow in my skin. I want to feel energetic. I want my immune system to be strong. I don't want bone pain and arthritis and autoimmune conditions. Well, let me tell you the simplest way of doing that, by harnessing the intelligence of your own body. The hormone that I'm talking about today is a hormone that your body produces every single day. But with the current lifestyle we live, we're producing lesser and lesser of it, not allowing the hormone to do the job, which I just told you about, which is everything from your skin to your hair to your reproductive system, fertility, your sex drive, your energy, your thinking, your hunger, your weight, your PCOS, all of these things. I'm talking about melatonin. I'm talking about a hormone that our pineal glands produce every single day as the sun begins to set, as natural darkness takes over the place that we live. We start to produce melatonin. Melatonin has several functions, and today, scientifically, it's called several different names. It's called the sleep hormone. It's called the beauty hormone. It's called the glow hormone. It's called the anti-aging hormone. It's called the anti-cancer hormone, recorded in science, because we all know that melatonin acts as literally a hormone that roams around your body, identifying proliferation of cells, cancer cells, and informing your immune system. So if we don't have the right amount of melatonin, we are missing out on using a large part of our immune systems to help us with detection of cancers or early diseases that strike us. And then we say, oh, we don't know where it came from. And then we say, oh, we don't know, it's just a deadly disease. And we put posts on our Facebook pages, lashing out the disease and all of that stuff, all emotional, driven by emotion. What about common sense? Emotion is one thing. What about common sense? What about when science is telling us today that most cancers are caused and have a correlation with sleep deprivation? But we don't want to face that because we don't want to accept something that we find difficult to change. It's also called the energy hormone. It's also called the deep rest hormone. Today we know through science that melatonin is also found in our gut, impacting digestion, acidity, bloating, signaling between the brain. Melatonin receptors are even found in the pancreas, signaling to us that the moment melatonin starts to get produced, our pancreas start to slow down, which is why eating your dinner on time, early, when never meant to digest late night meals, the pancreas also decide to shut down. But then we decide to have a late night meal, digestion becomes difficult because our pancreas also produce digestive enzymes. Blood sugar levels, every doctor will tell you, you have a late night meal, look at your blood sugar levels the next morning, because the pancreas is supposed to slow down, but we're eating a meal and now it has to even generate insulin and digestive enzymes, which is not natural to the human body. It will still do it because the body believes in survival. So it will do it, but we compromise the function. So we know melatonin is found in the gut. As it starts to get darker and darker, we produce melatonin. It starts roaming around in our blood, signaling signaling to all of our organs to start shutting down to prepare you for rest. What does melatonin do for us? Energy. Because the deeper we sleep, melatonin is responsible for that. You can meditate, do pranayama, listen to music, all of that stuff. These are relaxation techniques. Great, helpful. But if you don't have the right amount of melatonin, or your melatonin is disrupted, you have all of these problems. If you're sleep deprived, you wake up with low energy levels, and then you think you need to fix it with more and more coffee, more and more sugar, more and more carbohydrates, where the actual problem was lack of sleep because you didn't have the right amount of melatonin to put you to sleep. Melatonin affects our concentration, which is why today when you look at dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, any of the neurological brain degenerative conditions, it is related to poor sleep habits and a lot of other things. Could be B vitamin deficiency, lifestyle stress, many things. But sleep comes up in every single scientific article, because while you sleep, your brain rejuvenates, your cells, you have your glymphatic system, which is the brain detoxification system that can only activate when you are sleeping, in deep sleep. So if we don't sleep well, we don't activate the glymphatic system to the best of its ability, and we wake up with more toxicity in our brain, the same way we wake up with more toxicity in our liver and our kidney and all of that stuff. The glymphatic system is your brain's detoxification system, and we need to use it. Immunity. Immunity, immunity, immunity. You can wear your masks, get your vaccination, have turmeric, garlic, ginger, and all of that stuff, work out, take walks in nature, but sleep is the primary mechanism for a strong immune system. We know that with sleep deprivation, you disable your immune system. The production of NK cells, that's your natural killer cells, to your lymphocytes, to your T cells, everything gets impacted. Your innate immune system and your adaptive immune system, which is one of the most beautiful parts of nature in animals and human beings. When we are sick, the body tries to slow us down. We feel tired because we're meant to sleep. And as we recover, okay, the immune system, the adaptive immune system kicks in a state of complete rest. We get better. You look at any animal, this is the biggest comparison that all of us make all the time in the health world. Look at an animal that gets injured. They find a quiet place in the shade. They lick their wounds. They won't move until they heal. And because they take rest, they heal much, much faster. But we humans don't do that. We're sick. We want painkillers. We want to take all of the drugs so that we can continue leading our abusive lifestyles. I'm saying abusive because when you're sick, you need to rest. But you're abusing it when you go against the laws of nature. You interrupt with your own immune system, and then people wonder why their immune systems are not strong. So sleep and melatonin have a huge connection with your immunity. Your eye health. Your eye health is dependent on melatonin as well. Your skin. Why is it called a beauty hormone? You know the cosmetic industry that sells under eye gels and creams and stuff like that? I'm yet to find one that works, because it may just give you a little bit of a difference when you look at yourself in the mirror. But the reason why most people don't have a glow in their face and they have dark circles and under eye puffiness when they wake up is because guess what? When you sleep, there is blood circulation to the face. When there is poor blood circulation, it pools up in the areas below your eyes, and that's why you tend to look tired or puffy when you wake up in the morning. Everyone's chasing collagen supplements. I don't have a problem with that. But do you know that melatonin is responsible for triggering off the production of natural collagen in your body? Collagen helps us to tighten our skin. It gives us that tone. It helps us from getting wrinkles. It gives us a glow, everything. But you're searching for it in a package. Your own body has the ability to produce it. That's why they call it your beauty sleep. When you sleep deeply, you wake up naturally looking beautiful. If not, you got to slap on the makeup, the eye gels, and all of that stuff. And you know it's not going to last. You know the moment it's off your face, you have the same dull complexion with the under eye bags hanging. You can fix it by fixing your sleep. So while the world continues to sell you all these shortcuts, you know it deep down in your heart that they never work, which is why you move from one product to another, one cream to another. But the smart people will realize my sleep is my medicine. My sleep is my vaccination. My sleep is my beauty pill that I take every single day. The smart ones realize it, the not so smart ones spend a lot of money. It's up to you. Inflammation. Because melatonin is also a powerful antioxidant. During the day, we breathe in fumes from the car, passive smoking, people who smoke, pollutants in the air. Okay, all of these create free radicals and inflammation. Inflammation creates disease. That's why we produce melatonin. Antioxidant neutralizes the free radicals, makes us better and healthier. But when we compromise melatonin, we've compromised the antioxidant activity in the human body. Melatonin slows down rapid aging. You can do all the Botox in the world, all of that stuff. My question to you is, I'm not against it, I'm not judging you. How long are you going to be able to do it for? After a while, even that's not going to work. So do it if you have to, but also try to improve your sleep, which is a natural anti-aging mechanism for you because of melatonin. It is great for your gut health. Heart patients have to sleep, period. You can take your statins, you can do your bypass surgeries, but everyone knows scientifically the connection between melatonin, inflammation, and heart. Whether you're a stroke patient, you're a bypass patient, a high blood pressure patient, whatever it is, if you want to improve your cardiovascular health, sleep is required. You got to make the sacrifices to sleep better if you want a stronger heart. How many more bypasses are you going to do? How many more statins are you going to take without side effects, which are eventually going to cause more problems for you? Everything that you're taking today in the artificial material world is not sustainable. That's why we're into something called chronic sickness. What's the next medicine for my new symptom? Take it, but you have sleep, a natural intelligence built into your body, hormonal health. Every young girl out there, every young boy out there, young teenager, old, adult, whatever it is, you have a hormonal imbalance mainly because you don't have the right amount of sleep. Melatonin is a hormone that plays a huge role in your PCOS, your period cycle, in men, in your testosterone level, your body weight, your body fat, abdominal fat. Everything related to a hormonal imbalance requires good amounts of sleep. When you're sleep deprived, you wake up with a hormonal imbalance. You have a hormonal imbalance, you can have any hormonally induced condition or disease. So you can fix it with pills, fix it with homeopathy, fix it with exercise, but it won't work unless you add sleep. You add sleep to your dimension of your healing. Weight gain, thyroid, everyone knows. Thyroid, adrenal fatigue, lack of sleep, being too tired, being too fatigued. So if you're trying to heal your thyroid as well and reverse your thyroid function, which a lot of the medical world still says that you can't do, although there are hundreds and thousands of people reversing their thyroid and their own doctors pull them off their medication, but yet they don't want to say it's reversible. They do it when they change their lifestyle and when they start to learn to slow down and sleep better. Diabetes. One night of sleep deprivation, check your blood sugar levels. This is an open challenge to any diabetic out there. It'll be all over the place. Deep sleep, sugar levels more in balance. Of course, add in all the other lifestyle changes that you have to do. So there you go. Now what disrupts melatonin? We produce it naturally. Artificial light as the sun sets. So yes, it's impractical for us to go to sleep right after sunset. But what you can do, change the lighting in your home. You need warm lights. You need to move back to the old warm lights. All of these LED lights and artificial lights and stuff is disrupting our hormones. And as we move in through the evening after sunset, you want to start dimming down the lights. Brings us to the second point. Impractical for me to tell you, get off social media, get off your gadgets, don't watch TV. It's not practical, but what we can do, 1 hour before bedtime, even better. If you can, 2 hours before bedtime, put off your TV, put off your phones, put off everything else. You'll have all the excuses in the world not to do it, but where there's a will, there's a way, period. Your excuses are your problems. The solutions are up to you. So artificial light disrupts melatonin. Let me show you how. Because the moment light comes on, circadian rhythm, your body doesn't know whether it's day or night. Consciously you know, but your body doesn't because we're governed by the circadian rhythm. Light and darkness, these are the two signaling mechanisms. So your body starts to think, hey, you're awake. So your melatonin decreases, you don't feel sleepy, you start to feel hungry because your body thinks it's daytime. So it doesn't cut down appetite anymore. So we have disruption, confusion. Okay, not getting enough of sun. You can start building up on your beautiful melatonin the moment you wake up. Connect with sunlight in the morning. Spend some time in the sun. You miss it in the morning, get some in the evening. Because the more sunlight that we get, we produce serotonin. Serotonin is a precursor to melatonin. You can't have melatonin without serotonin. You need sunlight for serotonin. And as the sun sets, whatever balanced serotonin is there, it gets converted into melatonin. So you see the beautiful integration of nature and the intelligence of our body? Technology can't explain that. It's as simple as that, but it exists. It's always existed. We've just not used it the right way. So it's important for you to connect with the sun in the morning, even if it's for 5 minutes. During the day, just look outside your window, look outside at natural light in the evenings as well. Get a sunset if you can. What else disrupts it? Too much of coffee. A lot of people say, oh, Luke, I can have coffee right before I sleep. Now, maybe you can sleep, but it is disrupting melatonin. You may sleep because you're tired physically, but it is disrupting melatonin. So coffee isn't bad unless you're abusing it and you're having it at the wrong times. Your diet, if you're eating late night meals, you're disrupting melatonin. It's as simple as that. Have your meals earlier. Certain foods now, there are nuts and seeds, sweet potato, milk, ethically sourced dairy, olives, cooked tomatoes, asparagus. These can help you with the melatonin production through precursors. So these are things that you can put into your diet. What else? How do you increase your relaxation after the sun sets? You finished your day, a warm bath, listening to music, okay, reading, meditation, prayer, spending time with your family, talking to your parents or your loved ones. These are things that make us feel relaxed. But most people, they start to get more tensed at the end of the day because they're already worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. They're just mindlessly consuming content and entertainment and stuff like that because they don't want to face what they should be facing. And then all those problems have to finally surface. What you push down deeper in you has to come up. When does it come up? Just before you're going to go to sleep. And it's impossible for you to sleep when there's chatter in your mind, thoughts in your mind, fear in your mind, everything that you should have handled during the day. So that 1 to 2 hours of shutting ourselves away from television and gadgets before we sleep is the time that we can use to plan our day, go over things, reflection, prayer, herbal drinks, chamomile teas, essential oils, whatever it is. Whatever it is that helps you to incite relaxation. This is the beauty of the circadian rhythm. Today, we put our patients on melatonin, supplemental melatonin, if required, when they're going through cancer, Alzheimer's, or whatever it is. Not because they can't sleep. A lot of them can sleep, but because we want to make use of melatonin as a hormone. People out there are willing to take progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, and all of that stuff as a shortcut to fix their hormonal imbalances. Melatonin is something that you can use naturally. So if you want to look better, glow, natural, age, look at the length of your life with quality, recover from your conditions faster, if you are not using melatonin naturally or supplemented if your professionals tell you to do it, you're missing out on a huge, huge part of your recovery. And yes, to all the people who have plateaued with their weight loss and their fat loss, if your sleep ain't good, it's very difficult for you to lose that belly fat and that abdominal fat. It's all interconnected with your sleep, with your hormones. And that's why you can never punish weight off your body. You have to aim for healthy functioning where everything in your body is working in the right way, and then your body looks after your weight and your body looks after your fat. Have you ever questioned yourself, why is my body holding on to so much of fat and weight no matter how much I'm punishing it with diets and exercise and supplements and all of that stuff? Have you ever tried thinking about that? Why is my body not releasing the weight? Because it doesn't have the right balance to do so, and you can create that balance with your lifestyle. So now let me add before I end. Everyone will be saying, oh, my life's going to be so boring if I have to follow melatonin and sleep. Let me tell you, some of the happiest, healthiest people with the most social lives, jet set lives, learn how to balance their lives, balance their days, balance their work, entertainment, social, and sleep well. That is up to you. It is your choice. You either have an excuse or you have a choice. And when you follow excuses, then you start getting into a spiral of blame and complain and complication. When you move into action, simplicity, you start using nature. Nature works for you. Have you understood the amount of health-obsessed people out there in the world? From the time they wake up till the time they sleep, they only think about what they should exercise, how much they should exercise, what they should eat. They're watching videos throughout. That's not living. That's ridiculous. Your body is designed to look after you. All you need to do is give it the platform, the right sleep, the right quantity and quality of nutrition, the right amount of movement, and try to be happy. Work on your emotional health, and your body's intelligence takes care of the rest. But today, most people are trying to be more intelligent than the body and try to break down their lives and move into extremes and do everything. And yet they're failing. It isn't working. Extremes are not working. Extremes are making you fail. Extremes are making you eccentric. Extremes are making you egoistic and you want to defend your point of view. Move on to the other side. Simplicity. Enjoy the beauty of life. Be happy with the meals you eat. Do what's right for your body. Stop comparing yourselves with the world. You're never going to be like anyone else. Be you. Build the extraordinary you. And that is when you start living rather than just existing. Have a great weekend, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. And remember, you care is all about you.